Hi everyone, it is Ivy Eventing or Amy Elford, and today I'm going to talk about my new setup for my realistic roleplay accounts and everything like that. So, I'm introducing my new house right now. It's pretty small, and because I'm the only one living in it, and I will do a house tour soon, but not yet. And I'm still in this little village of Silverglade Village, right next to the Silverglade Castle, and Silverglade Manor is right over there. So, I'm going to show you my new stable, and also I'm going to show you what shows I'm going to be doing soon, and all the horses that are going to be in this new season of my life. So, without further ado, let's go walk to my stable. Now, in my stable, I'm still living with my Uncle Steve. He owns a farm right next to Silverglade Village, and the farm is quite next to Silverglade Manor, so it's very well for shows and everything like that, and it also has a practice arena right in the middle of it that you don't have to rent out, and as you can see, the barn is just over there, and that's where I'm going to stay. Now, I'm also new to this village, so I'm also going to show you around the village. Now, over here is a hair salon, and that's where I also changed my hairstyle back to what it was. I dyed it back to a dirty blonde and cut it short like I used to, instead of my natural long brown hair. And over here is where my friend lives, and she's also an instructor in Silverglade Manor, and she also owns a house over by here. And you can also buy horse tack over here, which is very nice and very useful to where we live. And over here is also some more horse tack, and over here it's also just another beautiful fountain where you can just sit and eat our lunch. This is where I usually eat my lunch, or in my backyard. And then here's just the main kind of street of the village, where there's also some other shops and seating areas. Now, just outside the village is where my Uncle Steve's farm is. It's right over by the brothers' farms over here. And there's also a trail that leads to Mistfall and Fir Grove and Valedale, which is very handy, and this is why I love to stay here. There's a nice open field for all my horses to graze, and you can also rent out some more out over there in the Everland fields where your horses can graze happily. And that's where I usually take them if they're not in the stable already. After they are in the stable, I usually let them go out in the field. Now, here is the practice arena that I was talking about. Some people also let their horses stay in here. And then there's also some stables over there just for one horses if you're just staying here overnight. And there's also a well to fill up your water buckets, which is very handy. And there's also a mane and tail styling company over there, right next to my Uncle Steve, which is over there. Here is the stable. For me to live here, I have to look out the stalls and take care of Steve's horses that are in the barn. And so, there is the main barn, where anyone can keep their horses, but Steve's horses are just in there already. And over here is where my own personal stable is. So, let's enter my stable. Okay, so I just entered my stable, And here is what it looks like when you first enter the stable doors. So, if you go towards your left, here is the area where all the people that go to my stable can just hang out, and where where I can also get some grooming supplies and extra blankets for the horses. And over here is where I also fill up my water if I don't have time to go out into the main barn. Now if you exit that, there's a long hallway with all the horses that I mainly use. But I'm just going to introduce you to them once more. Here is Rue. He is a gelding. And here is Sunny, and she is a Connemara mare. And then I forgot to say that Rue was a mixed Trachiner breed. And here is a Yorvik warmblood named Luna. She still has her tack on because we just went for a little ride. So I just put her there for just the video. But after this, I'm going to wash her up. And here is Ginger. Oh yeah, and Luna is also a mare. Why did I keep forgetting to say that? But and then next is Ginger, and he is a Akalteke / Trachiner mix, and he is a stallion, which would be lovely for breeding. And here is Aurora, and she is my prized possession. She is the best show horse that I've ever had, and she is just a lovely, lovely coat, which is great for shows and everything. So, I'm gonna cut that out. And she is a mare. And she is also the same breed as Ginger, which is an Akalteke / Trachiner mix. Now here's Riviera. I don't usually use him as much as I would like to, but I still take him for little trail rides once in a while, and or instructing classes. And he is a Trachiner mix breed, the same as Rue, and he is a stallion. Now here are the horses that I am putting up for sale. I have some buyers that are looking into both these horses. This is Prince, and he is a Lusitano / Irish sport horse mix. My next horse for sale is going to be sold in a couple days. This is Star, and he is one of the first horses that I trained, and he grew up to be such a lovely stallion. He is great on the cross-country track and the show jumping track, I've also trained him in dressage, but he's not as comfortable as I would like him to be. But the buyer that wants to buy him is totally fine with that because she is not going to use him for dressage. But he is a Trachiner. And then across from the horses that I have for sale is the leaderboard. Now this is where I keep track of the grain that I feed all my horses, and where I also just post some notices for all the stable girls that work here also. And here, over by here, is the washroom where I wash all my horses, and it's very handy. So I really like that it's inside the stable. And then right next to my other horses is the grain and feed room, with also some organizational cubbies for some storage. And this is where I usually spend the most of my mornings in. There's just some hay and a pitchfork. And this is where I keep the special grains that I use for my show horses. And there's also some extra buckets for anyone to use. And like I said, there's organizational cubbies And then when you exit, right across is the tack room, and where I keep all the horses' tack and also some grooming supplies. Now over here is just some extra saddles that I don't use that other people use that I use for my lessons. And here's a wheelbarrow that I use for mucking out the salt, and also a shovel. Now over here is all the horses' halters and bridles, and it's very useful. And then up here I have some grooming supplies and another extra bucket and some organizational supplies that also has grooming supplies in there. And with that, that completes my stable. Now I'm just going to explain some of my background that I'm going to use for my realistic roleplay. My name is Ivy Elfbird, and I am a teacher and trainer of horses at the Silverglade Equestrian Center that is right across the street from my Uncle Steve's farm. I own a house in Silverglade Village. I also train horses in all events and then come to sell them when they are ready. This channel is meant for just my journey of everything and what I do for shows and everything, and what I practice and prepare for shows. Now I'm going to take Luna in the wash stall. Please leave a like and subscribe if you've liked this video. And thank you for all the support for my channel. And I will see you in the next video. Bye everyone, and have a great, wonderful day. Meow, meow, meow. I'm seeing places that I'll never see again.